Guys, and welcome back. So today's video is going to be another twin pregnancy update from weeks 20 to 24. As you guys are watching this video, I will be 25 weeks pregnant, which means that we've reached our milestone for these little girls, and right now our next goal is to make it to 30 weeks, and from 30 weeks it'll be 35 weeks. So yeah, pretty much anything and everything to keep these little girls in has been taken into accountability as of now. So this video isn't going to go into depth about my cerclage. I have different videos that I have posted for updates, and I do weekly updates since I go to our maternal fetal medicine doctor an hour away weekly. So I'll be giving weekly updates every Thursday for those videos, as well as doing other videos that I post on my channel. So yeah, I won't be going to debt. If you guys are interested in any of those videos, I will leave them in the description box below, as well as the cards, and I'll be sure to actually put them in the cards this time because I always forget. I've written in my notes in my phone things that have happened every single week leading up to 24 weeks, just so I don't miss anything. So if I'm looking down at my phone, that is why. I'm doing this really casual. Literally, I only did my eyebrows today. I did my hair a couple days ago, and the curls are still holding up, which is really nice. And I have on literally a v-neck and some Adidas sweatpants, and that's how I'm doing this video. I don't feel like dressing up. I'm exhausted, but I need to get this video out there. So let's get started. Okay guys, so week 20 we did our anatomy scan. It was a 2.5-hour appointment, and we ended up having our friend watch Ansel. That way he wasn't there and crammed in a small confined space for so long. The ultrasound tech was really friendly, and she had a list for each baby of things that she wanted to get done or things that she had to get done. The babies cooperated up to a certain point, but we ended up having to go back a couple of weeks later just to get the last bit of stuff done. My cervical length at that time I think was a 1.8 centimeter. At that point, the week following, I had a cervical check and it was in the 2.5 range, so it went down within a week, literally within a week, and that pretty much scared me. So at that point I kind of just told myself I want my cerclage done. I absolutely want my cerclage done. And so I had that appointment on a Thursday. That following Monday I had my 20-week OB appointment, and that's where the doctor that I seen, I really don't like her or whatever, we told her, and that's where she referred us out. Honestly, I feel as though like those appointments are just so useless because nobody practiced that a cerclage in the area that we live in. So we have to travel an hour away, but I ended up packing my hospital bag just in case they were going to refer me that day. That it didn't happen, obviously, but at my 20-week appointment, they checked the babies, they checked the heartbeats and everything panned out, excuse me, pretty well. So around week 20, we got the call from our new provider that they wanted to schedule us. Week 21, and so we knew that we were going to be seeing our new doctors within 2 weeks time, and we really didn't know what to expect at that point. I'm still taking it easy. I'm still on pelvic rest. I'm still just trying to relax. And by this time, both of our girls officially have names. One baby had a full name. The second baby, B, we had her first name but not her middle name. I was going back and forth between the names. Baby B's name is the name that I picked, and baby A's name is a name that my husband picked, but I think I'm going to do a separate video, but we don't plan on announcing it until after the girls are born. But yeah, just before I forget, both babies officially have full names as of week 24, so week 23 going to 24. So that's super exciting, and I call them by their names all the time. Ava doesn't know their names just because she can't hold hot water to save her life. Let's be honest, like she will literally say the name to anybody, so we're kind of keeping it to ourselves. So around week 21, we get our phone call, of course, and it's our new provider in Seattle, and they want to see us, so they scheduled it for 2 weeks out. And I have a video of that, so I'm not going to go into much in depth about that situation and that phone call, but we did get our referral around that time. Babies were starting to move a lot more. I kind of started figuring out their schedules, so even up until now, it's kind of the same schedule, kind of, sorta. In the mornings when I first wake up and I'm hungry, both babies are extremely active. And it's not until I eat breakfast or drink some water, it's not until that point where they finally relax and they are, you know, calm. But every morning they're pretty active. Like even this morning I was laying in bed right after I ate and they were still pretty active, still kicking me. I was laying on my right side and baby A kept kicking, so I went ahead and got on my back. And by this time, baby B was kicking, so it was a pretty eventful morning for the twins. Still at 21 weeks, I had no weight gain at all, even though I was measuring about the size I was when I was getting ready to give birth to Ansel, which was crazy to me. And the doctors were like, oh, you haven't gained any weight yet. I'm like, no. They're like, so what are you eating? And I told them what I'm eating. I'm eating pretty much anything and everything that I want. And they said that that was really unusual, but, you know, we'll give you a couple more weeks to see what weight gain you have and kind of monitor it from there. So that was at week 21. Week 22, nothing really happened that I can remember, besides me pretty much preparing myself, going over my hospital bag and everything for our trip to Seattle, making sure our daughter had childcare. The twins, you know, were still moving around, and I still had no major craving. Actually, I had one major craving, which is crushed ice, and I still have that craving to this day. I have to have at least 2 or 3 things, cups of crushed ice a day to get my fill in. And I don't know what it is. It just makes me feel so weird. So week 23, I turned 25 years old on April 29th, which is crazy to me. We didn't really do anything too special. We went to Target and we went to Hooters because I wanted some Hooters wings. And I absolutely love Hooters honey chipotle wings. They were delicious, and I would probably eat them again and again and again. Like, I'm probably debating on, like, I'm craving right now Krispy Kreme donuts and Hooters honey chipotle wings. So I guess we'll see which, I mean, I know for sure I'm getting Krispy Kreme donuts because that's just what I want. But yeah, so in week 23, you know, I wasn't really, I mean, I knew my birthday, my husband made my birthday really, really special, so did my kids, but I was waiting for Wednesday because Wednesday was the day that we were going to Seattle to get the news and see our new doctor. So I really didn't want to celebrate anything until we got good news, because the news that we got on Wednesday, May 1st, was the news that was going to change our entire look on our pregnancy with these little girls. So I was hoping, you know, that I was gonna get my cerclage and, you know, all of that. So of course I got my cerclage. I was seen on Wednesday, May 1st, and she told me that she looked at my records and everything, my medical records, and she knew that she was going to basically admit me and get this cerclage done. There was no ands, ifs, or buts. Like, she already knew. So that was so reassuring. Like, everybody in the office knew who I was, and she was asking around, would you do a cerclage in this, mama? And they're like, yeah, of course, why not, you know, give her a fighting chance. So that made me feel really, really good, knowing that I had this huge team behind me, and nobody, I mean, of course the doctors told me the risk of having their cerclage done, but they were so positive on, hey, we're gonna get this done. We're gonna keep these babies in as long as possible, and you have a whole medical team behind you, and that made me feel really, really good. So I had my cerclage done on Thursday. I think that was May 2nd. And I went home on May 3rd. And I had a complete spinal. And I was lifted in the air, head almost to the ground, I felt like. My legs were up. And my operating room was filled with nothing but women, which were, you know, which was nice. I mean, I really didn't care if a male was in there. Actually, scratch that. Two of my anesthesiologists were males, and they were really, really sweet and kind. And you know, whatever was going on, they were sure to tell me every single step of the way, like everything that they were doing. And also the way I was positioned and laying on the table, the reflection off the roof, I was able to kind of see what they were doing, and I couldn't feel anything. I mean, I could feel, like I knew that they were there, I guess you can say. I've had a spinal with my C-section with Ava, so that wasn't too weird to me. The epidural, the spinal block wasn't weird at all. I wasn't scared because I knew what to expect, and yeah, that was pretty much it. It went off without a hitch, and yeah, I was really, really appreciative of the whole team. I had a medical student in there who this was her first cerclage, so they made sure to ask me if it was alright if they had their medical student in there. If I would have said no, then she wouldn't have been in there, but I wouldn't want to deny somebody a learning opportunity, especially if she is a doctor that would in the future be doing cerclages on twin mamas. I definitely wasn't going to, you know, keep her from this experience. So I'm really, really glad that she was able to do this experience. And also that medical student had two other moms who were high risk that ended up giving birth by cesarean section, and she has not witnessed a twin VBAC. So I'm praying to God that she can be a part of my VBAC. And I hope to God that I can actually have a VBAC and not a C-section. But if she wants to come in on my VBAC, then she's more than welcome. So at 24 weeks, which was last week, same old. I was still resting, still kind of sore, still kind of crampy. I had to take like Tylenol PM to help me sleep at night and to kind of, you know, relax my muscles and the pain and everything, which is, you know, normal. The doctor said I was, you know, I was really uncomfortable, but the babies were fine. The babies were moving around, and I felt so hopeful. And even right now at 25 weeks, I still feel hopeful that we will get these babies to the stretch, and I'm thankful. So around 24 weeks, I had my 1 week post-op appointment. I met with the ultrasound tech first, and they were concerned that the babies were still kind of small. Baby A regained all of her amniotic fluid that she lost the week before when we did the amniocentesis. So that was reassuring that she regained all of her amniotic fluid and more. But they were still rather on the small side, and I kind of blame that on me not gaining that much weight. And so after the appointment, they were still kind of alarmed by that, and we had to discuss, you know, if the babies had potentially stopped growing or if something were hindering their growth, what they would do. And I had to once again explain, hey, you know, I just have smaller babies. My daughter was small for gestational age. She was 2 pounds 14 ounces when she was born at 31 weeks. She should have been almost 3.5 pounds by then, but I preeclampsia could have been a huge, you know, factor with that. And my son, who I had an extremely smooth pregnancy, he was born at 5 pounds 10.8 ounces, and he was 18 inches long. He was small for the gestational age, and he did just fine. So they're taking that into accountability too, but they're also trying to make sure that there's no other medical reason as to why these babies aren't growing on track. By 24 weeks, I found out that I have gained roughly about 4 pounds, and that was exciting to me because I really don't feel like I think 4 pounds is just probably nothing but belly at this point. You know, I'm still eating pretty much every single thing that I've eaten in the past, minus me losing a lot of weight in the first trimester due to nausea and everything like that. The babies are a lot more active. A lot more active. I found out that baby B, who was head down as of week 23 during my cerclage, she was head down. She was now breech, and she's literally underneath my breast, and her feet are kicking my bladder along with baby A. So I have a double team of babies kicking on my bladder right now. So yeah, and baby B is the one that flips the most. I feel her flipping. I feel when I know she's about to flip or she's in the process of flipping, I get this really, really hard sensation. I have to kind of just take a deep breath and kind of just, and once she gets done and she's in her position, then I can kind of take it, like I feel like I can't take a deep breath when she's moving around or whenever she's flipping. So she's definitely really, really active. She's the only baby as of right now, that I know of, that is breech. But like I said, that can change. You still have plenty of room in there, but I'm hoping that both babies are head down so I can get my V back. But yeah, it's crazy, and I'm hoping that this upcoming week when we go in, she's not only not breech anymore, they are also doing a growth scan as well, just to see where they are on the growth charts. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I know during week 24 I started nesting and cleaning and kind of just cleaning up every little thing. I know I was only 24 weeks, but I felt the need and the urge and the energy to actually go around my house and just start cleaning. And when I say go around my house, I mean, like, you know, do laundry when it comes out of the dryer. But I'm doing all this stuff sitting down. So if I'm in the kids' room organizing something, I'm either sitting on the bed or I bring a chair in. Like their nursery, I was in their nursery and I brought a chair in there just so I can sit down. Since I'm still on pelvic rest and I'm still on modified bed rest, doctor still wants me to be active as much as not as much as I can, but as much as possible. That way I don't develop blood clots or, you know, stuff like that. Another thing that I don't think I've ever told you guys that I've been experiencing a lot throughout my pregnancy is like the sleepy leg, like my legs asleep. Like when I'm trying to get comfortable, I can't go to sleep if my legs, like it feels like my legs asleep, and it alternates between legs at this point. So it's really annoying. I'm going to talk to my doctor about that to see if that's even normal, but I'm pretty sure it is because I think I see another mama have this same issue. But yeah, that's the only annoying thing about my pregnancy right now, is that when I'm trying to get comfortable, when I'm sleeping, my legs fall asleep and I have to constantly move positions, and I'm always in pain. Usually my pelvic area, I'm always in pain. Last week driving to Seattle, I was waddling. My God, I was waddling, and the doctors was all like, that's just your body. Take Tylenol as needed. And I feel like Tylenol is not even working, but I'm still taking it just to get some type of comfort and some type of relief. But yeah, I'm only getting bigger. Like right now, my belly is the size that it was when I was getting ready to give birth to Ansel. It's crazy, y'all. It is so crazy. But I know I keep looking down and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna have to get bigger. I have to get bigger than this at some point. So yeah, we still plan on going to Texas in a month. The doctors, all of my doctors that I have seen say that they don't see a reason for me not to go as long as everything is fine, and they didn't want my flight to be more than 6 to 8 hours long without me stopping or resting. But my flight's only 3 hours and 45 minutes, which is a flight that we do nonstop back and forth between visiting family and coming back home. So I know that with my son now being potty trained and me being pregnant, I'm going to be going to the bathroom, and my son's going to be going to the bathroom, and we actually booked our both ways home and to Texas and back home. Our seats are towards the back end of the plane, so I can go to the bathroom and kind of stretch my legs when needed. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. As of right now, 25 weeks, I'm gonna go to go to Texas, so I have some exciting videos coming up with that. But yeah, you guys, I think that is pretty much my update. I'm gonna show you guys my belly, since I don't think I have showed you guys my belly in a very long time, and to me it's huge. Like, my husband calls me a water balloon because I try to roll out of bed. He looks just like a water balloon, just flopping around. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my belly and end this video. If you guys watch this video this far, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.
Most of it